What's going on, guys? It's Urbivalist Dan, and this is your daily prep. Guys, today is Best of Web Monday, and today I'm stoked because I have some really cool videos that I need to throw to you that I found on the web recently. I am a pretty big fan of the urban farming guys. I first heard about them maybe a year or so ago. I went to their website. They have a forum. They have a bunch of cool stuff. What they are is they are a group, essentially like a non-profit group. I think they're probably a true 501c3. Dedicated to empowering people in urban areas to take control of their lives through self-sufficiency, sustainability, blah, blah, blah. Man, that sounds like such a fluff mission statement. Let me just tell you what they really do. What they really do is they farm in the urban environment. They, hey buddy, they do aquaponics, they do biogas, maybe not human manure, but they do a lot of composting solutions. All these different things can be done on a really, really small micro level so that people in the middle of a beat down city can still farm and do some things to kind of make their lives a little bit more sustainable, a little bit lower impact, and all that kind of stuff. So they started off there in Kansas City, Missouri, in this really, really like beat down neighborhood, lots of crime, property values way low. They, I don't want to tell the whole story all over again because I've already done that, but just to kind of recap, they decided that's where their base was going to be. They moved in, they set up shop, they bought a bunch of different pieces of property for screaming prices because nobody wanted to live there. It was scary, scary area, like drugs and all kinds of crime and stuff. They started to work hard. They turned the land around, they fixed up the houses, and they started implementing some solutions to grow food. Aquaponics, they did chickens and different like small scale livestock type stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so they've been doing all that great stuff. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today is they posted these videos of a trip they took to India a while ago. And they wanted to go to India. They wanted to teach some of the people in India the things that they've been sharing with folks in Kansas City that have really helped to make a difference. I'm talking about low impact stuff that doesn't require a lot of technology, a lot of cost. The infrastructure in India where they were was minimal at best. They got electricity for like 2 hours a day, not a lot of obviously no clean water, not a lot of like utility type stuff in this little valley where they went. But they went to an orphanage and they set up some really, really smart aquaponic systems. So these people can have fish that are being raised at the same time their vegetation is benefiting from this aquaponic system. Most of you guys are probably somewhat familiar with aquaponics, but essentially it's like it's a closed system between these like fish and plants to it's a symbiotic thing where the fish waste, manure, whatever, feeds the plants. Those nutrients feed and sustain the plants. The plants in turn filter out the water, and then it goes back to the fish clean and oxygenated. So anyway, they set that up in India. They did a lot of really cool stuff. And here's why I want to share it with you guys today. Number one, I think the technology is amazing. I think that the knowledge of how to make your space really work for you, especially in a small urban footprint, is priceless. For you urbivalists out there, I mean, this is huge. If you have a tiny little, city backyard, like an eighth of an acre or whatever it is whatever size lot you live on, you can do a lot of this type of stuff. Number two, I think it's cool that they do this out of the goodness of their heart, and that they would go to a place like India, an underprivileged place, or Kansas City, Missouri, because we all know there's tons of underprivileged neighborhoods in pretty much every city that we have in the United States. So you don't have to like book a flight to India if you want to do some good in the world. I mean, you can look to, I know of little neighborhoods probably 20 miles from where I live that are seriously kind of underprivileged. Anyway, I just think it's great that these folks do this out of the goodness of their heart. I love that they are just nice people. It renews my faith in human beings to see folks get out and do stuff like that. So two reasons, guys: the technology, and then also just that they're really getting outside of themselves. And I think that's something that we could all learn from. As important as it is to learn how to do aquaponics and to learn how to plant things, and to learn how we can feed ourselves and sustain ourselves, it's every bit as important to to remember to be nice, and to remember to get along, and to remember that community truly is the ultimate survival skill. Doesn't matter how many guns and knives you have, you're not going to make it on your own. So, and you're not going to have any fun even if you do. So, really, I think we can learn a lot from the urban farming guys as far as that goes too, and just kind of like the happiness that they find in getting outside themselves and trying to do some good in the world. So, check them out, guys. I'll link it up. It's theurbanfarmingguys.com. They have the India videos is a 3-part series explaining, kind of showing what their mission there was and how they were able to accomplish it. So, hope you guys enjoy that. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Urbivalist Dan, and this has been your Daily Prep.